Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. The XRP chart here, guys, on the daily, still looking fairly flat. Right now, XRP is trading at 33.5 cents. We haven't seen much movement over the last few days. I had a feeling we would see a fairly boring summer, and, the summer is almost half over now. I mean, we've just been vacillating pretty much, I would even say, since mid-May, when we initially saw that move down. We saw a lower move to the downside, then we got some optimism here, and this was all happening throughout the end of May and June. But ever since then, we've just kind of been vacillating in this area of support, and we're almost into August. Today is July the 27th. I guess the question remains, are we going to still see a move to the downside? Are we going to consolidate more? Is that going to be the last push before we finally get some upward momentum? So XRP right now is trading at about 33.5 cents, which, I mean, I guess for all intents and purposes, this is normal considering, where altcoins should be landing in conjunction with Bitcoin. If I bring up XLM, for example, we are seeing an XLM price of about 10.5 cents. So, a similar move for, a lot of the altcoins in the space. XLM is down about 86%. Cardano's ADA off its top is down around 85%. We have Algorand up here, and that is down nearly 89%, 88.97%. So, we're not just seeing the depressed prices for XRP only. And how much was XRP? I did not measure that one. XRP from its high back last year is down 82% or almost 83%. So, it's actually not faring as poorly. I mean, they're all relatively down the same amount, but this is par for the course. And even when we just take a look at Bitcoin, I know I wasn't able to do this exercise the way I wanted to yesterday. For whatever reason, my trading view was hanging up. I'm going to take a bars pattern here from the last Bitcoin bear market. And, just taking this and superimposing it on the chart kind of closer to where we are today. And we'll see if we can get that really, really accurate up here. If I try to just kind of superimpose this, and even just from a price perspective, okay, a measured move from the last bear market to this bear market, as you guys can see, it looks as though we have actually moved the same amount. Now, this is not the same amount percentage-wise, but it is the same amount in terms of those Fibonacci levels. So, then the question remains, are we going to see the same kind of 80-85% correction that we've seen in former Bitcoin bear markets? Or is this enough? Are the Fibonacci's going to be enough in order to justify the Bitcoin reversal? So I guess that is the next question we have to ask ourselves. So just to give you guys a sense of what I'm talking about here, just taking the price tool and bringing it down here, you guys can see that is a 74.5% correction. Whoops. For Bitcoin, right down in here, 74.5%. And, because the price was less at this point in time in 2018, you can see that is an 84% correction. So the interesting thing is an 84% correction would actually take us in and around here. That's 81%, okay, would actually take us down and around here. And that would mean that we would be hitting this next level of resistance, which, some analysts are suggesting this could be where we see Bitcoin go next, around $13,800. So the measured move brings us down here with the fractal pattern. However, the measured move, or rather the Fibonacci retracement, if we were just looking at fibs, that brings us down here. But if we were to look at the measured move, 80-85% would bring us to this next level of resistance. So, we're just kind of in a wait and see moment. I've been laddering in, not with any particular altcoin position yet. I know I said I'd tell you guys if I was, going to be investing in any particular altcoin. I am still looking at some WEF coins. So I'm looking at Algorand, I'm looking at Cardano's ADA, just to name a couple. But what I've been doing, I've been investing in my my retirement savings plan with a Bitcoin pegged investment vehicle similar to GBTC. So it's good, with my retirement savings plan, I can offset this year's taxes, and that's why I'm doing that. I guess it's kind of like investing in cryptocurrency right now. I've been getting in, I've been investing in these positions. I just invested in one yesterday and the month before, so late June and late July. So getting into this Bitcoin peg vehicle in this level of support right here. But anyway, again, nothing too interesting with regards to the market. However, some very interesting news with regards to an update with John Deaton. Judge Torres has denied the SEC's motion to revoke the amici status and bar John Deaton from further proceedings. Amici can't participate in expert challenge, but may file application for brief concerns with SEC's expert at summary judgment. So, a home run, guys, for John Deaton. The court has reviewed the letters addressing a request by Movent's 6 individuals, XRP holders, for leave to file an amicus brief concerning a motion to exclude one of the experts put forward by the SEC. On October 4th, 2021, the court permitted Movent to act as amici curiae and brief legal issues relevant to the case as approved in advance by the court. In that order, the court stated that such assistance will be most beneficial during briefing on dispositive motions. Here, the court finds that it would not benefit from Movent's assistance in evaluating the qualifications of the SEC's expert. Movent may file an application to brief their concerns regarding the SEC's expert and other relevant and helpful matters with respect to the parties' contemplated motions for summary judgment. According to Movent's, request is denied. So John Deaton allowed to now participate in the court, although the SEC wanted him gone. So, a lot of great responses here from the XRP community. Fred Rispoli here saying, this is a win for sure. Although Judge Torres denied Amici's request for Dobert participation, the same purpose will be achieved by SJ participation, which is summary judgment participation. And although the implicitly denied access to duty report, SEC already lost that issue regarding the Dobert motion redactions. A lot of other people here, just responding, congratulating John Deaton for this big win for the XRP community. We've even got others like Ben Armstrong here saying, John Deaton is slowly achieving legend status, and I think some would disagree. John Deaton has been a legend in the XRP community since day one, filing the class action, organizing on his website the sign-up form for all of us to be able to participate in this movement. The SEC did not expect that it would go this way, and so, this is just the latest and greatest, I gotta say. I mean, XRP, or rather the XRP community, has been wanting some positive news as of late, and, it's looking like we are getting it. So, many people out there in the cryptoverse just kind of congratulating John Deaton. King Solomon has even mentioned, he's been there for some time, fighting for the XRP community. Dictator Know-It-All saying, he is a legend. There's no two ways about it. There should be a statue of him outside the SEC office. And so a lot of other people here just commenting on this breaking news update, posted originally by James K. Filan. And Jeremy Hogan also mentioning it, once again, the SEC gambit fails. Not only will Deaton likely be allowed to brief the expert witness issue, just not right now, and not be kicked out of the case as the SEC had hoped, but by attacking Deaton personally, the SEC opened the door to the filing of SEC's dirty laundry. So that's the other thing. XRP Crypto Wolf down here saying, John Deaton is going to expose the SEC's dirty laundry in the XRP lawsuit. BitGoblin 2020 saying, yeah, let's hope it will have a real impact and won't just be listened to and forgotten by those who must do something about it. And Ashley Prosper here posting this GIF image. This is the SEC right now. Just kind of, a little nervous, I think, and, just kind of not really knowing maybe how to handle this. What their next step should be. Boy, what a cluster F. I mean, they have really dropped the ball on this, and, it's coming to light, guys. We are going to get justice very, very soon. Sem Solar down here saying, any thoughts on an updated deadline based on where the case is at? Should Gen Pop expect an appeal by the SEC to be put on the Fifth Circuit after Torres makes a call asking for a friend who reapplied at McDonald's? Jeremy Hogan responding here, the timeline is remaining the same. So it remains the same, but give the SEC some time to work. So we're still kind of at the mercy of the timeline, which again just brings me back to how long are we going to, see this consolidate, whether it's XRP, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's the total crypto market cap. I have a feeling that, in a lot of ways, this Ripple case is going to have a huge effect on the entire cryptocurrency market, which I'm going to talk a little bit about in a second. Again, this is the total market cap on the daily. We have consolidated. Right now, we're at about $959 billion. And so then it's just a matter of how much of this do we see before there's an SEC verdict, and there we go. Wrath of Kahneman also bringing this to our attention. This also clears some things up, okay, with regards to the SEC filing its objections to Magistrate Judge Netburn's ruling compelling the SEC to turn over the Hinman speech documents. Well, here's a statement. The SEC has never suggested that Director Hinman's personal views did not reflect the policy of the SEC's FinCorp division. And in fact, Director Hinman himself, in his deposition, indicated that the speech reflected the division's thinking. Remember all those clips where they were saying, we? I showed you guys this clip of former Commissioner Jay Clayton in a video I did in the past. Bill Hinman recently outlined the approach we take to evaluate whether a digital asset is a security. So they are actively suggesting that we, as an organization we were the ones who were collectively making this decision. And then there was also this clip here. That was another part of our exercise in terms of making it clear to the market how we look at these instruments. This tweeted out by cowboy.crypto on Twitter. So I will leave this tweet thread in the description if you guys want to watch these clips again. And I got to thank Wheezy too, obviously, for just posting this, replying to this. So I guess this does clear things up as per Wrath of Kahneman. Another clip here that I do want to show you guys right now from Stéphane Hubert here. Hinman mentions in November 2018 that an SEC-registered company did its proxy voting process via blockchain technology. I bet it's Ethereum. Does anyone know which company he's talking about here? So again, this is in 2018. Before all of this, listen to this.
Beneficial owners who hold in street name and challenges communicating with those shareholders. We've also seen some real-life examples where the proxy process did not work as well as we would hope, particularly in some contests. Getting to accurate results has sometimes been slow, costly, and cumbersome. Yet there are reasons to be optimistic about finding solutions. New ideas like blockchain technology are increasingly being embraced by participants in the financial system, from NASDAQ to Broadridge, DTC, and Wall Street. The Main Street investor has a strong interest as well. Recently, one of our registered companies completed its first use of blockchain technology for voting at an annual general meeting. We're interested in hearing the panelists discuss how innovation and technology can present a path forward to modernizing and improving the integrity and the effectiveness of our proxy infrastructure.
So there was a company that decided to vote using blockchain technology. As you heard Hinman say, there was one process that was too expensive and too slow, but that there's other innovation out there that can solve for these problems and that we're going to eventually solve for this. Stéphane Hubert, just responding to his own tweet thread, was at Santander and Broadridge in collaboration with JP Morgan. So an interesting observation with regards to that. Santander and Broadridge complete a first practical use of blockchain for investor voting at an annual general meeting. It sounds like it certainly could be. And so anyway, Hinman here, Stéphane Hubert uncovering some more information. But that wasn't even the big one. Another one, guys, from Stéphane Hubert. Bombshell. Simpson Thacher left the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance sometime between May of 2022, so just a couple of months ago, and today, and is no longer a member of the EEA. What could possibly be the reason for this? Do they perhaps believe John Deaton's EEA conspiracy theory or part of the cover-up? So just taking a look, guys, from back in March of 2022, we saw Simpson Thacher listed here on the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance members page on their website. They were listed here alphabetically S, okay? And then if we fast forward to today, you do not see them here on the website any longer. So what are they seeing is the writing on the wall, and are they getting a little worried? Are they retracting? Are they moving away, stepping away, trying to distance themselves from the EEA? And even just if I scroll down here, you guys can see a few people chiming in here, like Mr. Intuitive at BlackBerry XRP. The cover-up is how you get caught. Nelson here saying, they got caught red-handed. The problem is finding someone who doesn't have their hands in the cookie jar to prosecute. I do not disagree. This is massive, says Willy Wonka XRP. So, just another bombshell piece of news. I think this is some of the biggest news, actually, that we've seen today. Simpson Thacher has always had this strong connection to Hinman, the SEC, the EEA, and now they're stepping back. Maybe another indication that the SEC lawsuit isn't going so well, and that the XRP community is getting on the SEC's nerves, and the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance's nerves too. Eleanor Turret here also just kind of referencing this, and as I referenced on the Twitter Live, here is the response I received from an STB Press spokesperson. Simpson Thacher evaluates its professional membership industry affiliations and subscriptions on an ongoing basis, taking into account the value they provide to clients. And the firm, it continues on down here, the firm has never had a financial interest in or nor derived any revenue from EEA, and the firm's minimal engagement with EEA was purely educational to gain a better understanding of blockchain technology. Given Simpson Thacher's minimal involvement, the firm decided not to renew its membership in the EEA in 2022. Its membership cycle runs July 1st to June 30th, and therefore Simpson Thacher is no longer a member of the EEA. I asked if their withdrawal was related in any way to its membership receiving heightened scrutiny from the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, and the spokesperson said it was based on the reasoning outlined in the statement. So not commenting on the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit whatsoever. But then Wheezy down here bringing this up doesn't sound like it was for educational purposes. They were one of the 14 leading law firms and academic institutions that have joined EEA's legal industry working group. So just a statement here pointing out that Simpson Thacher was indeed one of the official law firms as part of the EEA's legal working group, one of their official members. I'm not surprised Simpson Thacher didn't mention William Hinman and the XRP lawsuit, says XRP Crypto Wolf. I don't think anybody here is really that surprised. The lies run deep and we are uncovering them one at a time. So, Simpson Thacher no longer officially, and I put officially in quotes, linked to the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. Stefan Hubert also, mentioning how courteous of Simpson Thacher to clarify at very first that they had no financial interest, even though you didn't even ask them about it, and it was purely motivated by educational reasons. Well done. Minimal engagement with the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. Oh, look how they obviously try to downplay their involvement. This is so obvious. They would never do that if they didn't have something to hide. You could mean they have more experienced PR people. So Stefan Hubert just not buying it. Anyway, guys, I will leave all these tweets obviously in the description of the video if you want to chime in over there on Twitter. One thing I do know that I have been saying constantly over the last several months now, and maybe even closer to a year now, is that the Ripple SEC case, and I've even mentioned it in this video, the Ripple SEC case is going to have an effect on the market, guys. We're going to consolidate. We may even move lower throughout the rest of the summer. But I think once we get some kind of glimmer of hope, some kind of verdict, we are really going to see not just XRP pop. And I think XRP will definitely be one of the best performers, obviously because they are at the center of the case. But I think we're going to see XRP bring the rest of the crypto market up. I think that only makes sense if we do have clarity for coins like XRP. Okay, so let me rephrase. Maybe not the entire market, but definitely, most definitely, the coins that are very similar to XRP. Those coins, by extension, will have the clarity, and those coins will do well. So I saw this from Darren at Fame21More. This is Michael Piwowar, former SEC commissioner, and he recently just did a panel over here. This was just streamed, I believe it was yesterday, either the 26th or the 25th of July, 2022. Darren also was highlighting Michael Piwowar's response in this video with regards to the Ripple case, determining if the SEC is going to apply the Howey test if digital assets are a security or not. And so with regards to that, I'm going to play you guys a little clip here. Where is it? I believe it starts somewhere around here, 6:42. Again, this is Michael Piwowar, former SEC commissioner, and his opinion on the Ripple and SEC case.
I was struck by something in the chairman's remarks where he talked about collective analysis paralysis, where all the regulators were stuck, he said, in the past, kind of trying to figure out what they were doing. And that may actually be appropriate, right? We want to analyze before we react. On the other hand, there's a flip. He seemed to indicate in his remarks that we'd moved beyond collective analysis paralysis. He referenced the president's executive order. There's another point, which is a regulatory free-for-all, where each of the regulators is trying to grab and expand their territory, right? Stable coins, here comes the Fed, right? CFTC is going to be now potentially regulating things that are touching retail investors at a much larger rate than ever before, right? We had a question from the audience about the SEC and is something an insider trading regime situation. Have we moved from collective analysis paralysis to a regulatory free-for-all?
No. No. I mean, I think, at least at the SEC, there's still a lot of analysis paralysis as to whether something is a security or not. I mean, a week doesn't go by and I don't talk to people that have some sort of application in front of the SEC, whether it's for their token or whether they're a trading platform that wants to trade a particular token, is something a security or not. and they're not getting answers right now from the SEC. And I think some of it is due to the fact that we have this case, the Ripple case, that's sort of winding its way through the court to find out whether or not they're going to continue to apply the Howey test as to whether something is a security or not, or whether there's going to be something else going forward. But there's a lot of folks that are just simply getting tired of waiting in the United States. And then what they're doing is they're going outside the United States and then, trading on these other platforms. And, in U.S. investors, 1 in 5 households is going to want to trade these things, whether they're going to have protections from the U.S. laws or not. So I think they're still suffering.
The Ripple case, you're talking about the Ripple crypto, not a case rippling through the...
Yeah, Ripple Labs. They're XRP token.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it is because of the Ripple SEC case, at least at this point now, according to a former SEC commissioner, namely Michael Piwowar, that the SEC is still not giving that clarity that the entire industry wants and needs. And as you may have noticed, if the Howey test is going to continue to be applied to digital assets or securities moving forward, or if we are going to see something else. So wanted to thank @Fame21 more here on Twitter for finding this conference. A great clip here from a former SEC commissioner giving his 2 cents on the matter. Again, guys, my stance remains the same. I think the clarity is really going to give a jolt to the crypto market. We're all just waiting with bated breath and hopefully all down cost averaging. In the meantime, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.